Journalists across the country have been forced to report from their living rooms and interview via Zoom due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and thus radically changing the journalism landscape. Saad Yusuf is a Dallas Stars beat writer for The Athletic and says that storytelling is what is being impacted the most.
There's also just a lot of changes in the storytelling that's being done because there's less painting of pictures in terms of what you see and what you don't. So there's a lot of that as well, and then there's the player comfort. It all comes back to really player comfort. Everything about this job, whether you're in broadcast or print, is about the relationships you make, and you can't build those relationships from behind a screen. So
Perhaps one of the more lost aspects on how COVID has impacted journalism is the dynamic in a newsroom. Education reporter for the Denton Record-Chronicle, Marshall Reed, says it is something that he has personally missed.
I think it's really helpful personally. I mean, because we have different beats, but, especially if you're a smaller paper, you're going to do a bit of all kinds of reporting. And so if I have a story that intersects with Paul Bryant's beat, city government, or Zaire Perez over at Cops and Courts. And it's a lot easier for me to stand up in my cubicle and say, who has a number for this person?
For young journalists that are still learning the profession, this has been an uncertain time as journalism has undergone a transformation. UNT alum Kyle Yeoman now worked for the Dallas Cowboys while hosting a myriad of shows.
The other one is just to continue to put your head down and grind. I mean, it is a grind. You're not going to make a ton of money, especially early on in this business. It's going to be long hours. It's going to be lots of work. You're going to really kind of, like I said, it's easy to fall into the motions because you're continuously doing preparation. You're continuously studying.
COVID has presented some unique experiences for those working in media over the last year. Randy Blackburn was working at the CUSA basketball tournament in 2020 when COVID struck and says it was a surreal moment.
And it was actually during the CUSA basketball tournament when this whole thing blew up. And so it was crazy to go from working that job and then the next day, hey, everything's canceled. Everybody has to go home. It was a lot of just panic.
COVID has left the world of journalism in a state of flux, with traditional newsrooms a thing of the past and stories being done in unconventional ways. For NT Daily News, I'm Layten Praytor.